Today's game is Terminator 2 on the Super Nintendo. No, I'm not going to give you a long-winded rant on why Terminator sucks. Let's just jump to it. T2, Super Nintendo, until we win. This is another LJN jewel. Like every other piece of LJN schlock, this game was passed around to 3 different developers in a desperate attempt to save it. Arc Developments, Probe Entertainment, and Bit Studios. It was also published by 2 different studios, LJN and Flying Edge. Folks, when you want to talk about fucked up games, this is it. 3 developers, 2 publishers, holy crap does it show. The game itself is some kind of strange hybrid of a platformer, shoot-'em-up, driving simulator, and hide-and-seek. I can't even describe what this game is, you just have to play it for yourself. I've rewritten this paragraph several times now, and I still can't describe this game properly, so let's just get into the meat of the problem, the actual gameplay. Level 1 starts us off in the bar at the beginning of T2. You're fully clothed, but you've got several objectives that you need to meet. Get a handgun, get a shotgun, get John Connor's address, and then collect all the future objects. As far as keeping the game true to the story of the movie, it's pretty accurate, something many movie-based video games get horribly wrong. Well, except for the future objects crap. Getting through this level is unbelievably easy. All you need to do is punch the crap out of the bikers until they drop a handgun and a shotgun. From there, just walk forward to the second phone booth you see. You'll want to blow it up from far away before you enter it, and then search for John Connor's address by pressing up. Why this particular phone booth and not, say, the other 3 phone booths in the level? I have no idea. This is the kind of shit that happens with video games developed by committee. One developer thinks an adventure game would be good, then another one says no way it has to be a platformer, and finally the last developer gets the game and goes, how the fuck are we supposed to turn this into a game? Ah, well, once you're done with that, you'll have to go around collecting the future objects. Yes, you do that by shooting them. No, I cannot justify this. Maybe you have to break open the boxes so you can get the floating Terminator skull inside. I don't know. Just do it and get the hell out of that level. Now, in between each level, you're going to play through the single most horrible driving section in a game you've ever had the displeasure of playing. Here's how it works. You press B to accelerate, press down to turn around. How do you turn properly? Well, that's the big question. If you press left or right while driving, you just weave through the lanes. In order to turn, you need to hold down Y and then press left or right. This will only work as you make your way past an intersection. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything. Oh, and left and right? That's relational to the way the Terminator is facing on the screen. So, if you're going south, left will turn the Terminator left in relation to his facing, which means right. It sucks. So where the hell are you supposed to go? Well, there's a compass in the upper right corner of the screen. Follow the direction of that white arrow, and you'll eventually find the place you're supposed to be at. So, for now, just follow the direction of the arrow, and hopefully, you'll find the next level. The next level is John Connor's home. There are 2 ways to get through the level. Barge through it while taking on the T-1000 and a bunch of cops, or be smart about it and disable the alarm system. Oh yeah, you ever played this part and wonder why it's crawling with cops in the T-1000? It's because there's an alarm system you can disable. Just shoot the flesh-colored box above the Terminator, and you get about 10 minutes of cop-free traipsing. Your objectives here are really simple. Collect the future objects and find John Connor's ID. The ID is really easy to find. Just go through the house and blow up everything. Eventually, you'll find his wallet in one of the dressers or the drawers. The wallet will fall down, and you'll complete that objective. Your other objective is to, of course, collect the future objects. Well, this is pretty easy, except for the one future object that's in the attic. How are you supposed to get up there? Well, you shoot the ladder. Yeah, of course, right? I mean, come on. When you want to get upstairs, you shoot the floor, right? Anyway, collect the future objects, the wallet, and get out of there. The mall is your next stop, and this one level is stupid easy. Before you do anything, walk around and find all of the future objects. This makes the level so much easier. Once you've got all of the objects, head to the upper right store on the map. It's called Guns and Ammo. Shoot out a couple of walls to find the M14 and some ammo. About 300 is good enough. Just make sure you don't kill any civilians or security guards. You do not want to arouse suspicion. Now here's a little tip that you may or may not know. You can actually go up the down escalators. Yeah, all you need to do is jump up. It's a pain in the butt, but it is a little bit of a shortcut, especially when the mall tends to be a bit of a maze. Once you've got your automatic weapon, head to the arcade and don't bother searching around. Just hit the pause button and set John Connor to follow you. Then leave the arcade and the mall. Boom, you're done. As long as you don't fuck around and kill civilians, all of the cops will leave you alone. All you have to do is keep an eye out for the T-1000, but even then, you don't really need to worry about him. Just bunny hop your way past him and you should be okay. The next stage is more driving. It's only going to get more difficult from here on out, so unless you're forced to, do not turn around. Just make simple left or right turns. Otherwise, the cars that are chasing you are going to ram directly into you and cause some massive damage. Because that's what cops do, apparently. Your next destination is the state hospital, and this stage can be annoying since it's the first real action sequence in the game. Your goal is to find Sarah Connor and all the future objects. Seeing a pattern yet? Now that you've got John Connor, you're gonna have to worry about him. Congratulations. The entire game has now become one large escort mission. The good thing, though, is that you can tell John to stop following you. If you stash him in a room that you can get back to later, he's not gonna die. Trust me, the T-1000 doesn't come after him. Just put him in a location you can come back to, like an empty holding cell, so he won't get killed. Once he's stashed, you've got to find both Sarah and the future objects. Do yourself a favor and find the future objects first. If you need help finding Sarah, you can actually use the computers by pressing up at the terminal to locate what floor she's on. It's random, but she's usually on the 3rd floor. Once you've got all the future objects and know where she is, go get John, bring him to Sarah, and then tell Sarah to follow you. Without John, she doesn't do anything. To beat this level, the only thing you have to do is take them both back to the parking lot, and you'll move on to the next stage. Now, if either of them die in this stage or any other stage, the game is automatically over. However, if they fall down, the Terminator can resuscitate them by kneeling down next to them for a few seconds. I don't know how this works, but somehow you're able to revive them from a bullet wound to the head. To get to the next stage, you have to go through what is possibly the most difficult driving stage in the entire game. You've got a ton of cops chasing you, and you've got to find Enrique's compound. Believe me, this is amazingly difficult. If you think all you have to do is follow the arrows, you're horribly, horribly wrong. Just forget the arrows and follow this video. The arrows point you in the general direction of where you have to go, but the compound is located in such an ass-backwards hidden spot that it's not worth the frustration of dying over and over again just to find the damn place. Once you get to the compound, you'll be forced to find the weapons. This level is stupid easy. You literally walk to the hidden door in the floor, shoot it open, get the guns, and blow up a few boxes. Then leave. Sarah and John aren't even here. No, but the T-1000 and the police are. It makes the stage slightly more difficult, especially with everything blowing up around you, but really you shouldn't have to spend too much time here. So, get back to driving. Yay! The next driving section isn't nearly as difficult as the last one. Really, you're just going to Dyson's house to get his key card. That's it. Once you hit Dyson's house, you'll encounter SWAT officers and time bombs. Get all of the future objects, then head to the bedroom that Dyson is in. He'll tell you which room you need to search to find the key card. Either it's his bedroom, the study, or the other bedroom. Simply go to that room, blow something up, and get the key card. If you're having a problem with the SWAT officers, keep in mind that they generally don't duck if they're already standing and firing. All you have to do is time your duck correctly, and you'll be able to take them out without taking too much damage. Still, if you bunny hop around, you should be able to get through the level without a whole lot of problems. And now, once again, there's more driving. You have to drive from Dyson's house to Cyberdyne. If you fuck up this part, you deserve to start the game over. This is probably the single most direct route you'll take in the entire game. This level. Fucking Christ, this level. You're gonna die a lot. I'm not fucking kidding. Up until this point, the game has been relatively tame, with the only challenge being figuring out what in the holy love of fuck you're supposed to do, and how to control the motorcycle. But this part? Jesus, it's like you've been running along free in a field, and then all of a sudden God decides he fucking hates you, and throws your monkey face straight into a 17-foot thick titanium wall. Alright. A few tips before you do anything. Everything here will try to kill you. There are security guards, SWAT officers, Terminator prototypes, tanks, bombers, and everything in this building blows up. I'm not kidding here. Be careful where you fire, otherwise that innocent desktop computer running the accounting software will fucking demolish you. Only use the minigun in this level. Seriously, there's no reason not to. The cops you kill will drop more than enough ammo to make up for it, and you need to spend a lot of time causing damage to the surrounding structure. In fact, in order to finish this stage, you have to cause at least 70% damage on the new damage meter that suddenly has appeared in order to finish. So your goal here is, obviously, to find the computer chip and the Terminator arm, then blow up Cyberdyne. That's easier said than done, because you're going to take a literal shit ton of damage here. The best method for dealing with this level is to take Sarah and John directly to the vault. Do this by going up to the top floor, then to the right. Take the elevator down one floor, and then move to the left. Once you're at the vault, tell John to stop following you, and he'll hack the entrance. I don't know how you're supposed to figure that out on your own, but hey. From there, go inside, grab the two items, then leave. Head to the left, and eventually you'll find the structural center of the building. If you have not caused enough damage, tell Sarah and John to wait there while you go back and shoot fucking everything. Once you've caused enough damage, go back to Sarah and John, tell them to follow you, kneel down at the structural center of the building. This will arm the bomb, and you have, say about a minute to leave. This means you have to take the quickest route the hell out of there. Hop on the elevator, take it to the bottom floor, and then bunny hop your way to the left. Do not leave Sarah and John behind. If they get caught up on something or take too much damage, you'll blow up. Get Sarah and John out of Cyberdyne, and you'll see the building explode. Now, it's time to get to the steel mill. Now, you should just be able to follow the directional arrows here and make it to the mill fine. The problem is that there tends to be, well, dead ends. The developers didn't exactly map out the entire California coast, so if you take the wrong road, you'll have to turn around because there's a police barricade there. Not to worry, though. That usually means you just need to head north instead of the direction we're usually heading in. The problem is, every time you turn around, cops ram directly into you and make you explode, so try not to do that. Once you get to the steel mill, Sarah and John will abandon you, and the escort quest will finally be over. Now all you have to do is find, well, all of the future objects, and kill the T-1000. The future objects are placed everywhere in this level, but it's not that big of a deal. None of the enemies here can duck down, so all you have to do is duck to avoid taking damage. Once you find all of the future objects, head to John and Sarah, and wait for the T-1000 to spawn. Your goal is to shoot him off the ledge, like in the movie. This is harder said than done, because Sarah likes to shoot him too. The best way to deal with this guy is to let Sarah shoot him until her bullets stop doing any damage. Then you shoot him a couple of times. Eventually, he'll fall into the molten mess below. End of the game, right? No, but you're close. Now it's time for a boss fight! Hooray! Yeah, that's right. This adventure/platformer/hide-and-seek that has been mostly a maze puzzle game has suddenly become an action-oriented boss fight. Like in the Contra! Hooray! The bad part is that this is nothing like Contra. The controls are wretched, avoiding anything takes a miracle, and if you just stand to the left, he's never gonna hit you. You're never going to get a hit in 2, but hey, at least you won't take any damage. Anyway, the trick here is really simple. Just shoot him with your minigun. Why would you do anything else? Well, that's a nice ending. Hey, you know what? At least this game actually has an ending. That's a lot more than the guys at Radical Entertainment could ever say.